Today we will see how can we solve Sudoku. So this can be pronounced differently. So I pronounce it like Sudoku. So Sudoku is, what is a Sudoku? So this is a grid. It is 2 by 2 grid, or it can be 3 by 3, it can be 4 by 4, but the rows and number of columns should be equal. Okay, what is the purpose of Sudoku? Sudoku's purpose is 3 conditions they have to verify. First of all, say if it is 2 by 2, that means we will have 4 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so each subgrid, this is a subgrid. Okay, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So each subgrid should have all the 4 numbers. Okay, so each subgrid should have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now there is one condition, 2 conditions. First condition, each number should only come in a row once. That means if I have placed 1 here, I cannot place 1. If I say I have placed 1 here, I cannot place 1 anywhere else in this entire row. Okay, similarly, if I have a number which I have placed in this column, it can appear only once. Okay, so if I have placed 1 here, that 1 cannot appear anywhere else in this whole column. 3 rules. Rule number 1, each column should have numbers 1 to 4. Okay. Secondly, a number should not be repeated in a row. It should be placed only once. Similarly, a number should not be repeated in a column. It should be placed only once. Okay. Now, let's try and solve this one. We know we have 4 grids, subgrids. What we will do is, first of all, let's say 1 grid, subgrid 1, subgrid 2, subgrid 3 and 4. Now we have to place how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4. I will write 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you get used to it after some practice, you don't need to do all this, but to understand this will be very helpful. Okay, so each grid should have these numbers. Okay, now what we will do is, first of all, we are on grid 1. We see that we already have 2 here, we have 3 here. Okay, so what we will do is, on grid 1 we will just mark these 2 now. On grid 2 we have 3 already, so on grid 3 we don't have any number as of now with us, and on grid 4 we have 4. Okay, these are the grids which we already have. Now what we are going to do, we will take 2 such, either take a pen or piece of paper or anything. Now whatever number you see, I have 3. Okay, so this grid already has 3, so it won't be repeated. This grid already has 3, it won't be repeated. Now we have to find whether where the 3 will lie in this grid. Okay, what I will do, I will apply the rule that in a column a number cannot be repeated, or in a row a number cannot be repeated. It can be placed only once. So we have 3 in this column, so that means in this column I cannot have number 3. For this grid which box is remaining? Only this box is remaining. This one is occupied by 4. Only this box is remaining. That means this box will contain a 3. And as we have placed 3 here, I will mark 3 here. Okay. Now let's try and place 3 here. Similarly, a column can have a number only once. Similarly for the row. So we have 3 here. Let's put 3 here. So if in this row I already have 3 here, so we cannot have 3 in this row, right? But now what we can see, we have 2 squares empty. Now we have to identify where we have to place 3. Now use rule number 2, that a column can have a number only once. Okay, we have 3 here, so that means this column cannot have number 3. Okay, now which one is the remaining column in this grid? This one. So that means it will have number 3, and we will mark it here. Okay, now we see that all number 3s are in place. Let's pick up another number. Let's pick up 4. You can try once or twice. If it is not giving any result, you can try another number. So let's pick up 4. Okay, let's apply the rule that a number can be in a row and a column only once. Now I have this column here. 4 cannot be there. Okay, I will cover it up. Now how many places are left? Only 1 box is left. That means the 4 will come here, and I have 4 already marked. Now see, I want to pick up grade 3 first. I'll say okay, I'll do this later. Likewise, like we have done for grade 2, I want to do it for grade 3 first. 4, it's a row, so in this row we cannot have 4, right? Now we have 2 places. 4 can be here as well as here, because here also we don't have any validation, so 4 can be on either of the places. Since we don't have the definite answer, we will leave it for now, and then we will move to the another grid. Okay, so 4th grid has 4, 3rd we are not sure, 2nd have 4th, remaining one is 1st grid. So let's try. So for the 1st grid, see 4 is here, so that means this column cannot have 4, correct? Remaining box is this, so this one will also have 4. Now let's pick 3rd grid. Okay, this column cannot have 4. We have 2 remaining boxes, but now we have 4 in this grid also. Now 4 cannot be here. Remaining is only this box, and we will put 4 here. Okay, so 4 is also done. Let's pick up some other number. Let's pick up 2. Okay, I have 2 here, so I will check here. Since 2 is in this column, I cannot have 2 here, so only remaining box is this, so I will have 2 here. Okay, now similarly, if I'll try here, 2 is here, so it cannot be in this box. I will cover it up. Now we have 2 boxes remaining. We don't know where to put 2, so we will skip it as of now. We will move on to the next grid. Okay, now here in this grid we have 2. Cover it up. Only 1 box is remaining. 2. 3rd one is done. Now let's come back to here to this box. The 2 cannot be in this column or in this row, so the remaining one is this, so it will be 2. Now what is left is 1. That means if there is a remaining place in this grid, that will be occupied by 1. So 1. Okay, so now let's verify. Grid number 1, does it contain all 4 digits? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it does. Grid number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It also contains all 4 digits. Grid number 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it does. Then grid number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it does. Now let's check whether it fulfills our 2 condition. Each row should have a number only once. So this row has 1, 2, 3, 4. No number is repeating. Similarly, in this row also no number is repeating. In this row also, and in this row also. So this condition is fulfilled. Now let's verify for the columns. In this column, no number is repeated. Similarly for this column, and this column. That means our solution is good. Let's try one more grid together. Okay, so we have 2 by 2, so we have 4 grids. First of all, let's note down the numbers which are possible for each grid. This helps you to keep track of the numbers that we have already done and that we still need to place. Okay, grid 1 we have 3 in place and we have 1. Grid 2 we have 1, 2, 3. Grid 3 we have 1. Grid 4 we have 3 and 4. Okay, so let's start with I see 3 a lot. Okay, only 1 box is remaining for 3, so let's try and place 3 first. So since we know that 3 is not in grid 3, so here only 3 is not there. So let's try. Since 3 is already in this column, it will not be here, and we have 2 remaining squares. Now 3 is already in this row, so 3 will not be here. The remaining box is this, so 3 will be in this box. Now I can see a lot of 1s, so only 4th is the grid where 1 is not there. So let's see 4th one here. Now 1, so similarly if 1 is here, it cannot be in this whole column, and since we have only 1 column left, I can put 1 here, and 1 is already also done. Now next let's try and pick up 4. Okay, so any column will do. 4 cannot be here, that means there is only 1 remaining box, which will be 4. So all 4 digits are done in grid 4. Now let's put 4 here in this grid number 3. Since 4 is in this row, it will not be here, so only remaining box is this. 4 is done. Now 4 in grid 1. Let's see. Column, only 1 is left, so I will put 4 here. Okay, now which digit is left in all the grids? 2. So next I will put 2 here. Only 2 is remaining. Here also only 2 is remaining. Here also only 2 is remaining. Now you can verify if we are fulfilling all the criteria. If we are, then this is your final grid.